So welcome back to part 2 of my Bitmoji classroom video. So I was teaching you how to make the background transparent so you can put it into your Bitmoji classroom. So as I was showing you that once you click on remove background, everything in purple is what they want to remove. Obviously, then you can see up here and you're over here and you say, okay, well, that's not that great. I need to fix it. So it has mark areas to keep and mark areas to remove. So I'm going to click on that button and I'm just going to draw hastily around here and tell the picture, like, no, these are the areas that should be in my should be kept in my picture. They're not background areas. So I don't have a mouse, so I will say a mouse makes all of this a lot easier. This is just a mouse pad on the laptop, but it will work. It will do the job. So as you can see, it kind of did it. I still might have to go back and do some more pictures, more coloring of what I want to keep. And there we go. Want to keep this. There we go. Okay. But now that I see it, there's also some areas that need to be removed and they should be backgrounds. So then I'm going to click on the red button over here from areas to remove. And this should be gotten rid of because it's background. And so this is where you can be as particular as you want. You can see in my own Google Classroom, was a mistake. You can see in my own Google Classroom the picture of my dog. I accidentally cut off his tail a little bit doing this process. So it does take a little bit of time on your part, but if you mess up, it's not that big of a deal. You can just go back and add more like I did. Okay, so for our purposes, that's fine. So now that I have designated what is my background, I'm going to click on Keep Changes. There we go. So it's not gone completely. It looks like it is. Like if you move it away, here it is, and that's pretty great. And I could say, all right, let's see if that works. And I could then right click on this image and save picture, because you're going to have to save it somewhere else. You can't save it from your PowerPoint, and I would just save it to my desktop. And then I could navigate back to my classroom and then insert my image, upload from the computer. Okay, so I just did this one picture too. And if I upload it, voila, there it is. It's the background is gone, and I made sure the background was gone by going over here and making sure when it's not on the white screen, you don't see anything. It's transparent. If you were doing this process and it didn't work immediately the first time, all you have to do is go to picture format. After you click on picture format, then you are going to go to color, and then you're going to go to set transparent color. And when you do that, you're going to click on the background. And then when you move it over here, it should go away. So just keep that in mind. This is how you make a transparent background. You can do that on Word. You can do it on Paint. I like to do it on PowerPoint. All right, so now that I've done that, all I need to do is size it and put my mug wherever I want it. So there's my mug with my tea. Voila, and it's on my desk. All right, so you can see how you make your classroom picture and you build it. You can see how it's starting to work. The next thing that you might want to do is insert your Bitmoji. So up here, I've already added the extension into my Google Chrome. So I'm going to click on my Bitmoji, and maybe I want to type in teacher and see if something comes up for teacher. All of these have the word teacher on it, and so maybe I don't like that because I want my Bitmoji to look realistic. So let's type in reading. All right, so here's a picture of me reading on a, what do you call it? A beanbag chair. So I have just inserted me there. I have a mug here, I have a mug here. Cool, it's all good. Obviously, you can see how you picture things how you want it. Maybe I'm reading over here to the class, and there you go. Obviously, you play around, you fix it how you want it to be. So now that I've done all this, and you want your classroom to be interactive, like you have it here, you then want to add your links and personalize your classroom. So one way to do that is by adding text, obviously. So I clicked up here on the text box, and then I put the text on my whiteboard because that's where I think it would be. Just like you would with anything, you pick your font. We know never to pick Comic Sans, am I right? All right, you pick your font, and maybe it's just going to say objective, and it's going to say students will learn about characterization in Austen's Pride and Prejudice in order to practice for a paper 1 exam, whatever. So I just left my objective for today. And now that's a little more personalized, but now maybe I need to include the links. So maybe your school has a learning management system or a software, a platform in which they will learn their lessons, where they will instruction will be delivered. Ours is It's Learning. So what I would suggest if I were you would type in your learning platform and then go to images, because I think the logos are the best way to get the kids to the places you need to go. So I just typed in It's Learning on Google, then I clicked on images, and here's a bunch of the logos. So I'm actually going to snip a picture of one of the logos by clicking on Snipping Tool and New, and I'm just going to go like that. Now, and I'm going to save it to my desktop. So you have two options here. Now that it's your image that you want to link is saved to your desktop, you can either crop it and get rid of the background like I showed you how to do with the transparent mug, or you can simply crop on Google Slides. Sometimes it's easier to do that on Google Slides if the image is a circle or a square, but not if it's something unique like a mug. So I'm going to upload my image. Here it is. Perhaps I'm going to put it on this corner of my whiteboard, because that's where students will have to log in each day. So there it is. And I don't now, I mean, it's not too bad, the white on the white, but I still don't love it. So to crop it, I'm going to go to crop image, and that would just crop it into a square. I'm going to look at a shape. And as I'm looking at these shapes, this kind of over here already looks a little bit like the It's Learning image shape for the icon. So I picked on that one, and as I crop it, it crops it to that shape. So we can make it fit to that shape, get rid of the background, and it's a little bit better. So you see you've got just a tiny bit of the white left. Perfect. So now it's there. All right, well, now I need to get my students linked to their It's Learning platform. So I am going to make sure I have my link open. And for our purposes, we're just going to pretend it's this login site. You would probably have them directly to your specific page. I'm going to click on the image, and I'm going to go to Insert Link. And then I'm going to paste the link I just copied, and I'm going to apply. And so now you can see it's attached. It's logged into your site. So if I click on it, the students can click, and voila, it takes you right there. You can do this same process throughout your whole classroom by clicking on an image and inserting links. You can insert video, you can insert audios, you can insert additional images. Bitmoji, Google Slides classrooms are a lot of fun, but they're time consuming. So hopefully you learned how to do this and have fun.